Hey friends, welcome to today's video. Today is going to be the greatest day of your life. You know, I'm not in this world to live up to your expectations, and you're not in this world to live up to mine, was said by Bruce Lee. And I agree with that. You know, the biggest and most draining disappointments in our daily lives are often the result of misplaced expectations. And I believe this is especially true when it comes to our relationships and interactions with others. You know, don't lower your standards, but do remember that removing your expectations of others is the best way to avoid being utterly disappointed and drained by them. Which means it's now time to stop expecting everyone to agree with you. You know, you deserve to find joy in your own way. You deserve to live a life you are in flow with. Don't let the opinions of others make you forget that. You're not in this world to live up to the expectations of others, nor should you feel that others are here to live up to yours. You know, in fact, the more you approve of your own decisions in life, the less constant approval you need from everyone else. Think about that. You know, you have to dare yourself and follow your own intuition, however frightening or strange that may feel or prove to be. And don't compare yourselves to others. You know, don't get discouraged by their progress or their success. Follow your own path and stay true to your own purpose. You know, success is ultimately about spending your life in your own way. It's true. And stop expecting people to show you more respect than the amount of respect you typically show to yourself. Now think about this. True strength is in the soul and spirit, not in muscles. You know, it's about having faith and trust in who you are and a willingness to act upon it consistently. You know, decide this minute to never again beg anyone for the love, respect, and attention that you should be showing yourself on a daily basis. You know, look at yourself in the mirror today and say, I respect you, and from now on, I'm going to act like it. And yes, it's important to be nice to others, but it's even more important, in my opinion, to be nice to yourself. When you practice self-respect, you give yourself the opportunity to grow. When you're growing, you become a better friend, a better family member, and a better you. And you know, stop expecting and wanting everyone to like you. You know, here's the deal. You might feel unwanted and unworthy to one person, but you are priceless to another, right? So never forget your worth. No matter how good you are to people, there will always be one negative person who criticizes you. You know, smile, ignore their rudeness, and just carry on, you know, spend time with those who value you instead and avoid those people. That's the best way to get away from them. And truth to be told, in this over-connected world, that's like trying to make you like everyone else. You know, that's what it is. It seems like in this world, if you have something to say that's not 100% positive about every single person, I tell you what, then they come down on you, it seems, you know? And it's the toughest battle you'll have to fight on the average day. And that's the battle to just be yourself. And as you're fighting back, not everyone will like you. Not everyone is going to like that self-confidence that you're exuding, that smile on your face. Believe it or not, sometimes when you smile at people, it pisses them off. I don't know why, but some people will call you names because you're different. And I'll tell you what, that is perfectly okay. Call away. I translate all that stuff into Greek in my head, and you know what? I don't speak Greek. So there you go. You know, the things that make you different are the things that make you, you. And the right people will love you for it in the long run. The right people will love you for it in the long run. So you know what? Be unique, because you can't be anybody else. They're already taken. The only person left to be in this world is to just be you. And you know what? You are amazing. And there are truly gifts within you that only you can exhibit. You know, there's 1 billion people on the planet. And I'm going to tell you right now, not any of them, not a single one of them, no matter how gifted, talented, wealthy, It doesn't matter what they have within them. They don't have in them what you have in you. So only you can be you. And there are amazing things in this world. You're here for a reason. And you know what? We need to figure out what that is and get you moving down that path. Now, you'll decide that for yourself, and you'll continue moving forward, and you'll make the difference that you were designed to make. But I'm telling you right now, there are things within you that are incredible, and you are going to do amazing things before we're done. I guarantee it. I'm getting you moving in that direction. I'm getting you thinking. And remember, when we're thinking, we put ourselves in the best position possible to walk down this path towards achieving our goals and dreams. But it's not about achieving the goals and dreams. It's about the path and who we become as we're walking along it. And you need to just be you. And stop expecting people to perfectly match up with your idea of who you think they should be. Loving and respecting others means allowing them to be themselves, right? So when you stop expecting people to be a certain way, you can begin to appreciate them for who they truly are. And pay close attention. Respect people for their uniqueness as you want them to respect you for yours, and not for who you want them to be. And we simply don't know most people half as well as we believe we do. I guarantee it. And think about that. Truly knowing someone is a big part of what makes them wonderful. And every human being is remarkable and beautiful in some way. It just takes a patient set of eyes to see it sometimes, right? And the more you get to know someone, the more you will be able to look beyond their appearance and see the true beauty of who they really are. And stop expecting everyone to know what you're thinking. People can't read minds. They will never know how you feel unless you tell them. Your boss, he doesn't know that you're hoping for a promotion because you haven't told them yet. That cute guy you haven't talked to because you're shy, you guessed it. He hasn't given you the time of day simply because you haven't given him the time of day either. Now think about that. That's 100% true. Use your voice. You've been given one for a reason. And I tell you what, people want to hear what you have to say because what you have to say is important. It absolutely is. And in life we have to communicate with others regularly and effectively. And oftentimes we have to open our vocal cords and speak the first words. And you have to tell people what you're thinking if you want a meaningful engagement. You have to tell people what you're thinking if you want them to know what you're thinking. It's true. And stop expecting the seemingly strong people to be perfectly okay. Everyone is fighting some kind of a battle, just like you. And every smile or sign of strength hides an inner struggle every bit as complex and extraordinary as your own. Excuse me. So, here's the deal. Be a part of someone's growth without having that I'm in a hurry attitude. What goes around comes around, and you can always be kinder than necessary. Nobody's going to fault you for being too kind or too nice. And remember that embracing your light doesn't mean ignoring your dark. And what I mean by that is we're often measured by our own ability to overcome adversities and insecurities, not to avoid them. And there we are. We're leveraging honesty and transparency as it relates to our struggles. To support, share, and make contributions to other people is one of life's greatest rewards, in my opinion. And this happens naturally if we allow it, but we all share very similar doubts, needs, and struggles. Boy, I tell you what, one of the biggest faults is to think that what we're going through, only we're going through. There's a billion people on this planet. Whatever you're going through today, I want to tell you, several thousands of people are going through it with you at the same time, and several thousand people have already overcome the things that you feel you'll never overcome. It's 100% true. And I want to tell you, it's one of those things. Once we accept that we are going through things that have already been overcome in this world and that we can do it, the world then becomes a place where we can look at someone else in the eyes and say, I'm lost and struggling at the moment, but I know exactly that I will be able to overcome these issues, and it gives you a self-confidence. And I think it's amazing to have that, And I love it when people nod back and say, I know exactly what you mean. You're not alone. And I'm going to say that to you right now. I know exactly where you are right now, and I want you to know you are not alone. You'll make it through whatever it is you're dealing with right now. It is 100% true. I want you to think back in your life. Have there been other circumstances where you thought, oh my God, I'm never going to get through this day, or this circumstance I'm in right now, I'll never overcome it. And what happened? Eventually you did. And this time you're going to do it too. I 100% guarantee it. And stop expecting the people you care about to suddenly change. This is a big one, right? If there's a specific behavior someone you care about has that you're hoping disappears over time, I'm going to tell you right now, it probably won't. And if you really need them to change something, be honest and put all your cards on the table as gracefully as you possibly can. So this person knows how you feel and what you need them to do. And then think about this. For the most part, you can't change people, and you shouldn't try. People change when they decide to change. Most people push back when you try to change them, but if they decide to change, boy, I tell you what, they'll do it and they'll move forward. So either you accept who they are, or you choose to give yourself more time away from them. And that both will help, and it might sound harsh, I get it, but it's really not. When you try to change people, they often remain the same. But when you don't try to change them, when you support them and allow them the freedom to be as they are, they gradually change in the most beautiful way. Because what really changes is the way that you see them. Think about that. Give it a try. Relax. Have patience. Care and love those around you. They need it more than you know. And it's 100% true. Honor your boundaries as you ease your expectations. As you're diligently working on keeping your expectations in check, it's also important to maintain healthy and reasonable boundaries, because inevitably you're going to run into someone who discredits you, disrespects you, or treats you poorly for no apparent reason at all. And the key is to not consume yourself with trying to change them or win their approval. I'm going to tell you, have no expectations. Don't sit around and spin your wheels and try to win everybody else's approval. You're worth being respected before they decided to disrespect you. And you know what? Don't leave space in your heart to hate others. Simply give yourself some healthy space in your heart to love them more, to care for them more, to understand that you can't change them, but you can allow them be who they are, and inevitably we can hope that change will ensue. And remember that distancing yourself from people who give you negative vibes or unhealthy energy is just self-care. Stepping back from situations where you feel underappreciated, disrespected, or mistreated is self-care. And practice becoming more aware of your needs, especially as it relates to your expectations. Note the times and circumstances when you're resentful of fulfilling someone else's needs. Think about that. Gradually build healthy boundaries, and saying no to gratuitous requests that cause resentfulness in you. Of course, this may be hard at first because it may feel a bit selfish, and I completely get it. But if you've ever flown on a plane, you know that flight attendants instruct passengers to put on their own oxygen. Excuse me, I almost coughed there. If you've ever flown on a plane, you know that the flight attendants instruct passengers to put on their own oxygen masks before attending to others, right? And even their own children. And why? Because you can't help others if you're incapacitated. Now think about that. In the long run, Proactively establishing and enforcing healthy and reasonable boundaries will be one of the most charitable things that you can do, not only for yourself, but for those that you care about. You see, when you're a better you can be better to them. And these boundaries will foster and preserve the best in you, the most grounded and capable version of you, so you can share the best of yourself with the people who matter to you most. Think about that. So you can share the best of yourself with the people who matter most to you. It's your turn now to have a great day. It's your turn to go out and take some of this information, think about it, and how you might be able to apply this good information in your life. It's your turn to hope for the best, but I'm going to say it, and sometimes expect less, because you will certainly bring more joy into your life by doing so. It's 100% true. And you know what? I care about you. I believe in you. And I know if anybody can do it, you can. I got you thinking today. That's what I was trying to do. When we're thinking, we put ourselves in the best position possible to move down the road toward happiness, peace, and the life that we desire. And you deserve a lot. Let me tell you, you are God's highest gift. Your life is the greatest creation ever. Utilize it in the best way possible. Go out with a smile on your face today. Look in the mirror and tell yourself you're great. And I tell you what, it's 100% true, because you are. I care about you. I believe in you. And you know what? I'll be back tomorrow. We'll keep doing this fun stuff, talking about great things and living the wonderful lives that we deserve. Take care, friends. I'll be back tomorrow.